Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, and this is Ashima Shukla, your Current Affairs and Banking Awareness faculty on Entry platform, and in this video we'll be talking about all the major news events that have taken place in the past days. The discussion is going to involve all the important news events which are important from your examination point of view, and we'll be trying to cover as many news events as possible in an as less time as possible. So this is going to be a theory session. For those who want an MCQ session, we have a free live MCQ session on Entry app, on Entry YouTube channel at 4 p.m. on the same channel at 4 p.m. You can join that live channel for the MCQ round. We are covering the last 3 months as of now, and you can take everyday live quiz on Entry app from the link provided in the description section below. Now, starting on the discussion of news events, the first is China has launched a new satellite called Yuan 102E, or 5-meter O2 optical satellite. It has a camera which takes photos of the ground with resolution of 5 meters. The weight of the satellite is approximately 2.5 kilograms and is equipped with infrared, near-red and hyperspectral cameras which can take panchromatic color images of Earth. This camera has been developed by China for the further study of Earth in panchromatic format. Government of Gujarat has launched a health service management center to monitor and keep tracks of records of national and state health schemes. Also, a website of Gujarat Epidemic Response Management Information System, or GERMIS, was also launched. Telangana has stopped in implementing the Shama Prasad Mukherjee Rurban Mission. The second and third positions were taken by Tamil Nadu and Gujarat respectively. In terms of implementation by clusters, the Rayakal cluster of Sangareddy and the Jukkal cluster of Kamareddy in Telangana were the first and second position holders. Federal Bank of MOU with Schwingstatter, which is a subsidiary of Schwing GmbH Germany. Now this has happened. MOU was signed to offer the customized financial solution to the customers. So they'll be offering a commercial equipment loans with affordable monthly repayment plans as well. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has laid a foundation stone on the projects in Haldwani city of Kumaon region in Uttarakhand. The projects are worth 17,500 crore rupees. The foundation stone for 23 projects was laid down, which includes work in various sectors like irrigation, road, housing, health industry, sanitation, drinking water, and various other such projects. Now, Lakwar multi-purpose hydroelectricity project was also foundation stone laid recently with a cost of about 5,747 crore rupees. AIIMS Rishikesh Satellite Center is being set up with a fund of about 500 crore rupees. Then we have Jagjeevan Ram Government Medical College to be established in Pittorgarh with 450 crore rupees and various such others. Also, there is going to be an Aroma Park which will be developed at Kashipur and a plastic industry park in Sitarganj. Reading Awards for Excellence in Journalism were presented by Mumbai Press Club. The event observed the chief guest as the Chief Justice of India, that is N.V. Ramana ji. And in this, photojournalist Danish Siddiqui, who died during the Afghanistan assignment, was posthumously awarded as the Journalist of the Year. So you have to remember one award, Journalist of the Year, and that award was given to posthumously to the photojournalist Danish Siddiqui. Danish Siddiqui. And in this there were certain other awards also which were given, like there were business and economy category, environment category, health and wellness category. So you'll have to go through the awards in those particular categories. Then we have Japan, which has launched world's first dual mode vehicle. It looks like a minibus and was launched in Japan's town of Kyoto. And it runs on a normal rubber type tires on road, but it has steel wheels which are in its underbelly, and they descend when the train hits the tracks. So it can carry about 21 passengers with a speed of about 60 km per hour on rail tracks, and on public roads it can go up to 100 km per hour, and it runs on diesel. Vasudevan PN was reappointed as MD and CEO of Equitas Small Finance Bank for a duration of 3 years. Vijay Raj and Varun Sharma were appointed as brand ambassadors of Ease My Trip. Dr. Anupam Ray was appointed as India's permanent representative at United Nations Conference on Disarmament in Geneva region. Then we have Durga Shankar Mishra, who was appointed as the new Chief Secretary of Uttar Pradesh. He has replaced Rajendra Kumar Tiwari ji. Chandra Prakash Goyal was appointed as Director General of Forest and Special Secretary, Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change. At the 54th convocation ceremony of IIT Kanpur, PM Narendra Modi ji launched blockchain-based digital degrees. This was launched under the National Blockchain Project recently. Indian Army, in support of Indian Security Council Secretariat, established a quantum lab at Military College in Telecommunications and Engineering in Military Headquarters of War, which is present in Madhya Pradesh. Here you need to remember that where is the Military Headquarters of War? That is in MP region. Central Bank of India, in partnership with National Payments Council of India, has launched CBOI RuPay Business Platinum Debit Card to offer support to the business financially. As per ICRA credit rating agency, India's real gross domestic product will be growing at 9% in the fiscal year of 2022-23. Axis Bank has become the second largest merchant acquiring bank in India for this year. ITC Limited has entered into a partnership with Invest India to crowdsource innovative ideas and solutions for single-use plastics and their substitution. The substitution of single-use plastics is the reason why this MOU has been signed. Then we have Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India, or TriFed, which has signed MOU with Rambhau Mahalgi Prabodhini National First Policy Research Center. MOU was signed to have a partnered effort to leverage knowledge, expertise, and institutional strengths. Both the entities are going to undertake research projects to develop the tribal communities. Then we have Government of Jharkhand, which has entered into a partnership with Indian School of Business. They have partnered to empower the state's forest economy, and this MOU was signed among the Department of Scheduled Tribe, Castes, Minority and Backward Class Welfare, Department of Forests of Jharkhand, and Bharati Institute of Public Policy of Indian School of Business. As per IRDAI, or Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, Life Insurance Corporation of India, General Insurance Corporation of India, and New India Assurance, they are going to be in the domestically systemical important issuers, or DSIIs, for 2021-2022. So DSII tag is given to those insurers which are too big or very important to fill. Just like we have in bank sector, domestically, systemically important banks, DSIBs. Similarly, we have an insurance sector also, which are too big to lose. And the failure in these insurers can cause a dislocation of the whole financial system and affect the majority of the economy of the country. And in that sector, we have these insurance, and therefore, those who are appearing for insurance examinations, you have to remember this information. Niti Aayog's Atal Innovation Mission released the second edition of Innovations for You, which is a compendium of innovations focusing on agriculture, featuring 70 startups supported by Atal Incubation Centers of AIM and Ingenious Tinkerers, which is a compendium on innovation of technology, featuring 41 innovations from the Atal Tinkering Labs of India. Government of UP has renamed Jhansi railway station as Virangana Lakshmibai railway station. Egypt has become the fourth new member of BRICS New Development Bank, or NDB. NDB was established by BRICS in 2015 and there is a new member in this NDB. All India Coordinated Research Project AICRP on poultry breeding Manatee under Kerala Veterinary and Animal Science University has won the National Breed Conservation Award 2021 by ICAR National Bureau of Animal Genetic Resources recently. Credit rating agency ICRA has projected GDP growth at 9% for financial year 22 and 23. Central Bank of India tied up with NPCI, we have already done. SEBI has extended the lock-in period for anchor investors to 90 days. Now, this is very important news. So, SEBI has recently made a change, that is the lock-in period has been increased from 30 days to 90 days. Now, in 30 days, the existing lock-in of 30 days will continue for 50% of the allocated anchor investor. Remaining portion will be for 90 days from the date of allotment, and this is going to be applicable from when? For all the issuers which are opening on or after 1st of April 2022. For the promoters, the lock-in requirement for allotment up to 20% of post-issue paid-up capital will be reduced to 18 months from the current 3 years. So, the lock-in for allotment of 20% of post-issue paid-up will be decreased to 18 months from the current 3 years. And the lock-in requirement for allotment exceeding 20% is going to be 6 months, which was currently 1 year. For the non-promoters, lock-in requirements shall be reduced from a requirement of 1 year to 6 months. So for those who are non-promoters, it has been reduced to 6 months. For promoters, it has been reduced to 18 months and 6 months respectively. And for anchor investors, it has been increased respectively to 90 days. Pathangi Narasimhan Vasudevan was appointed as MD and CEO of Equitas Small Finance Bank for a duration of 3 years. Board of Payments, Paytm Payments Bank has approved the appointment of Ramesh Abhishek, former DPIIT Secretary Manju Agarwal, and Shinji Kumar as independent directors of the Paytm Payments Bank. It's an associate of 197 Communications. We have already done it. It is a listed company. And how many total board members are there? There are a total of 7 board members on this. AU Small Finance Bank has appointed RBI Deputy Governor former Harun Rashid Khan as a non-executive independent director on the board for a duration of 3 years. A well-known cardiologist, Pothini Ramesh Babu, was conferred with Dr. K. Sharan Award by IMA, Indian Medical Association, for his excellence in cardiology. Mohammad Shami has become 11th Indian bowler to pick up 400 or more wickets and only the 5th fast bowler to reach this milestone. With this, we'll be winding up the segment of the day, and I hope this session has been helpful. For more such videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like the video. Also, you can attempt the daily live class, which is currently going on at 4 p.m. So don't miss that for your MCQ round. See you in the next session. Till then, have a great day ahead, all of you, and good luck with your preparations.